Hello and welcome. This is my first video log. I am very excited. I've been wanting to do this for a while and I've been a little intimidated, but I have seen some people go and do it, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and try this. So props to Jenny Dietrich, who has inspired me. Her blog, Spin Sucks, I will do a plug for that because Jenny, I think you were just awesome, is one of the best PR blogs around, and in fact it just won an award for it. So anyways, I wanted to give props to her for inspiring me for doing this, and we'll see how it goes. So anyways, I thought this would be a good time to do a video log in response to the USA Today article from Rita Rubin that appeared yesterday and today. There's been a lot of response to it. The article was basically saying some doctors are using social media and some are not, and the reasoning behind both. And I think it's a valid concern among healthcare practitioners of whether to use social media for your practice or not. And there's three things that kind of keep in mind for things. A lot of doctors are held up using social media for three main reasons. The first one really is time and resources, and that kind of applies to really everyone in general, but doctors in particular, mainly because of their lack of time and sometimes being understaffed with resources. So I think, though, this is something that doctors can overcome by using staff members in appropriate ways and taking the time to do the education to learn how to use social media and not be intimidated by it. Once you really kind of get to understand kind of the etiquette and how you can use it to further your practice and communicate with your patients, it can become really an invaluable tool in your marketing lineup. So that's one of the reasons. Second reasoning that I think doctors are intimidated by it or just kind of back off from using it is mainly because of some of the really poor examples of social media out there. Yes, there are practitioners that do have participate in Facebook or Twitter and really use it more of as a push marketing campaign. They're really just spitting out information and not really connecting with their audience, with their patients, potential patients. So I think that way, when you kind of look at it, you see, oh, that's just really, it's not an effective way to do it. And so I think sometimes doctors view that and they kind of think the same thing as well and figure, well, if they're doing this and it's not working, why should I try it? So that's another reason. But there's so many other ways you can use social media, not as a push marketing. And that kind of goes up to my third point, which is not knowing what to say. A lot of doctors just don't know what to put on there. They think it's a very time-intensive project, and for starting out it is, but once you kind of know what to do, and you'll realize there are so many things to say, so many things to communicate with your patients with, and a lot of times, it's the interacting with your patients that leads to different questions that you can develop. Some things you may never thought of, your patients will be asking you, and you can use those conversations to enhance your social media atmosphere. So kind of one of my favorite tips I like to say is the 3-to-1 ratio. And for me, I like to find out 3 things of someone new before introducing 1 thing of myself to somebody. Because that way, you really would need to know who you're connecting with, who your patients are, who your audience is, and by asking questions, you can gather that information. And that way, you can give them the information they're seeking, not spitting out information that they don't need to hear, or the information you think that they need to hear. So anyway, so that's my response, my 3 points, basically talking about the article. And I would love your feedback on this because, as you know, blogs are very feedback oriented, and the comments you make to me just are very important. And being new to my blog, rocksinthesandbox.com, only being around for about a month or so now, I'm really anxious to hear what people have to say and kind of go from there. So anyways, thank you as always, and look forward to hearing your comments and communicating with you guys once again. Thanks so much.